Hi everyone, Brett back, altitude scale modeling. Finally, part 9 of the B-25HK models 148 build. Finally got my masks in. Got my Edward masks in. So we're going to do that. Just a refresher. That's where we left off. We're waiting for the mask so we get the clear parts attached. Get in the primer. So, all looking really good. Want to get some primer on it to see where these seam lines need any little touch-up work. But, as I said before, beautiful kit going together very nicely. So on here, need this tightened down. And tighten the front one down. All right. On the back. On the front. Move it out of the way. So I have started these masks because I'm sure you guys have seen masking before. I've got the mask. Let's get in here a little better. I've got the mask on the top part. I've got the masks on the side windows. The mask on the rear. We're going to need some of this fine masking fluid right here. Mr. Hobby, Mr. Masking Salt R. It's my favorite kind. So, I'll give you two different front canopies. You have to figure out which one you use. Two different nose. This is the one I'm doing with the 4 or 5 guns out the front. Let me find my instructions to see which top one we need. Okay. We are we're doing this version here. This version here is the 2 big pieces of glass in the front, which you can see this one's got 2 big windscreens. This one has them split up into 1, 2, 3, 4. Big on this side and split up on this side. So we need to mask this one. And then we need to mask the turret. And we need to mask the nose with the 4 guns. The mask also comes with wheel masks that we will do when we do the wheels. So, what we want is these right here, and you're going to be doubling up on these front masks. So we are going to get started, and that would be one I've already used. Yep. You can see they're pre-cut. I like to get my tweezers going. Get my visor on. Hope everybody's doing all right out there. And we are going to start with the front. I like to keep them on here as much as I can, just because they're easier for me to handle. We're going to line up the front edge in the bottom corner. Make sure we stay lined up all the way around. There we go. And then you just need the one next to it. Edward is very good about laying these out so you can take them out in the order you're going to do them. Again, line up the corner, the other corner, line it up with the one you got. Make sure it's lined up with the bottom, and I will press these all down after I get them all on. Let's see, where are we? that one yet. We need this big one for the side. And this one has curved corners, so you're going to want to get that in there just right. And again, if you do mess them up and you make a little boo-boo, a toothpick will scrape the paint off the clear part. And one next to it. Okay, back to the other side front. Same thing. Oops, I'm doing the wrong one. That'll teach me. So let's get this one on here. Why didn't you guys tell me I was doing the wrong one? So let's get these off of here. Let's do this again. And just take your time. You're not rushing through this for anybody. That's why you messed up. I was trying to go faster than I needed to. I'm glad I noticed before I got them all on there. Another good reason not to press them down until you're completely ready. In case you do what I did. Now we're back on track. Again, another rounded window. Oops. My bags are too far back. Nope, it's crooked. There we go. Okay, we got the big top part. which is also in 2 parts. So I always line up the smallest corner first and try to line up the top edge. And I'm just going to cut this off because it's already coming off. I don't want to break it off. Risk damaging the part. Cut it away from there so I don't split the plastic. Clear plastic is brittle. All right, back to where we were. My thumb just don't want to grab it. There we go. And they give you a nice overlap. The rest of these should be relatively simple because they're straight lines. And if you don't push them down right away, you can maneuver them around. And I always like to take the straight part off first. Because this is also a 2-piece one. And then the back part of it. It's going to fit that angle right. And I just realized this one's a little crooked. You can see right there. Got a little crooked. There we go. And there we go. Do that one more time. Try not to let it curl under. Keep your eyeballs clear. And for some reason, I find they're a little too short, like that one seems to be. That one's a little bit. Just either use some more tape or put some of the masking fluid down. Honestly, I think it's short because it looks like it was cut right across there, because there's a little edge that I can probably get off of there. I'll do that in a second. Same with this one. It's a little short, but a little tiny piece right there. Which is going to be too wide this way, but you can just nip that off. Let's get the other one that's hung back for this one. Okay, that's all those on there. Next, it's going to get more difficult. We need this one, because I'm using one with 5 guns. For that one, it's on the other mask sheet we got. Which is this one right here. And it is right here, and it goes like this, So I'm going to start with the middle one. And this does take patience. And if you're not filming a video, you can have some music on in the background or something. Let's do this the other way. It's more important to me to have the top perfect than the bottom, because I can easier cut the bottom off if I need to, but here we go. And once you get a rhythm down, you can do this relatively quickly. Everybody does it different. Picks which corner to do. And it doesn't matter if those holes are covered, because I don't have the guns in place. If you do, you'll have to punch through those holes. And again, I don't stress out if they're not 100% perfect, because I can, and you can, scrape any paint away with a toothpick, cut them or extend them as you see fit. Just pick whichever corner you feel comfortable with being your main corner. Lay it down and do it. It's your model. How much you want it perfect, no one can tell you. And like I said, if you don't push it down, you can move it and maneuver it around. this one's two-piece as well. For me, it's more important to get the bottom corner done because it's going to overlap on the side there, like so. And another two-piece one again. I'm going to do it the same way I did the other one. This corner. Straight down along that. And then when you do that, you notice this one is off a little too much right there. So I'm just going to cut that when I get these on. Okay, that's done. We have a turret to do. Now I'm going to cut off these ejector pins. I just base single nippers. Leave that on to hold it. Turret is going to require this one on this side. It's going to require a generous amount of masking fluid. So let's start where there's no masking fluid. Let's see how I got it. I got it like this. So this one goes on this side. Maybe. Yes. This one goes right here. In between this line here. See, it's a little darker right there. And this one here. So you do need to make sure you have it centered better. There we go. And then above that goes this one. According to the directions, it's a little bit above it. Kind of like that. That's according to this right here. Okay. Big one over the top. And again, it's got a back part here, so that's where I'm going to line it up to. This framing. And I'm making sure it's straight along this edge here, and then it'll be straight along everywhere else. And you can see something's not quite right there. See if we turn this over, maybe that'll help. But there shouldn't be, these should be touching each other. Okay, back side. This is the bottom one. Line up with the framing on the bottom and the sides. This is the one above it. Oops, pulling off the wrong one. Again, this is framing. Line it up along the curve of the framing and along the sides, and then you get overlap. Now comes the other part. We need straight along the bottom. Okay, and you got another straight one. Nope. Okay. And with the big angle on it. Should go. Where should it go? So I got this one on the wrong side. This should go there. So And I need the one for the other side, which is this one. No one ever said this is going to be easy. So when you get done, this is what it's going to look like on, get your framing done. This little line here, I think might be a little too big, but we'll check that out. This is going to be liquid mask. Just take the next couple minutes and get the rest of these on here. Now there's a frame line here that I didn't see on this side, so I'm going to have to move this one around. Because this should go on the other side of that frame line. Of course, the directions don't say anything about a frame line, so maybe I'm wrong. Let's assume I'm wrong and go with the directions. Okay. And finally, got it all done. Now, liquid mask on a few areas. Here on the rear gunner's area. Shake your liquid mask up really well because it'll settle in the bottom. And then make sure you clean the brush off when you bring it out, or you're going to have it spread everywhere. And don't overdo it because it'll run everywhere if you do. So it's going to start to drip off of there. Don't want that. Make sure you get complete coverage. Same with this one, this part here. And here. And I let this dry for quite a while before I touch it. Now, everything is masked up except for the wheels and the lights. So we put these away until we need them. Bring all this down and check it out. What'd that take us? 34 minutes. I had some done, so an hour to get everything masked up. Looks like I need a little touch right there, more of masking fluid. And I'm just going to take a toothpick, slide some of that over there. There you go. So, all masked up, ready to go. Let everything dry. Part 10 We'll attach the clear parts and we'll get into primer. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being patient with this. Since you're asked the bench, you all should have yours by now. Show me what you're building. Thanks. Get the building.